So here's part 2 of my Should You Have Kids series. So in my first episode, I talked a little bit about how millennial women are choosing not to have children, and that the choice is both empowering and burdensome unless you know what you want. So this episode I'm going to talk about is I'm going to go through a guided exercise with you to self-reflect on whether having kids is the right decision. Okay, so here are some questions to help you guide, and you can feel free to close your eyes as I ask you to do this exercise. And make sure that whatever answers you tell yourself, whether you say them out loud or in a journal, make sure that they're true to you and not anyone else, and that they align with your values, your beliefs, and everything that you encompass as an individual. Okay, here we go. So imagine yourself in your 70s, 80s, or even 90s. People live that long nowadays. And what would your life look like? Put yourself in the future. Jump forward, I think probably like 50 years from now or 40 years from now. Who would be in your social circle? Who are you hanging around with? Who do you hang out with? What would be a typical day for you? What would be your hobbies? Where would you have traveled? What bucket items would you have checked off? Would you still be working, or would you be retired? If you're working, where would you be working and what would you be doing? If you're retired, where are you retired? Where are you enjoying yourself? Would you be married? Single? Are you dating? Dating in your 70s and 80s? That can be possible. Where would you be living? Would you be living where you are now, in a different country, all over the place? And what would be your greatest achievements? So take a moment and flesh out all the details. Let your imagination just go wild, okay? And really put yourself as a 70 or 80 or 90-year-old, whatever age you consider, to be old. Visualize yourself as this old person, and reflect who's, sitting on the porch or wherever, reflecting back on your life with no regrets. Just pure contentment, joy, satisfaction of having lived a fulfilling life and being able to do everything that you wanted to do. Okay, so I've set the stage. You're in that moment. You're in the future. Now, I want to ask you, did you have kids? Now, if you can't answer this question, please stay tuned for my 3rd episode, where I go further into reasons why you should or you shouldn't have kids, to really guiding you to help make a decision that's entirely yours to make.